Okay, good evening to all teachers and students and whoever joining to learn about what is speaking test about. All right, so I hope you had good sleep last night after listening to the very lengthy briefing because it's covering part one and part two. The reason is I want to be very detailed with the explanation. Is we have to understand we have students who are very weak and don't really know what is speaking test is really about. Okay, so we got to really guide all in all angles. Okay, that is my intention. Maybe you have been listening to a lot of short descriptions, short explanation. It's very good because your teachers keep on reminding you whenever they have something to say, then they give you the briefing. Okay, so this one is just overall thing. Okay, I hope you all can understand and do well in your part one and part two. So it's already 8:30 p.m. and I can see about 84 viewers are here. I think we should start now. Okay, let me get into the slide. Okay, so all the questions, don't post it in the beginning, because I scroll up and down. Probably when I say, please put forward your question, then that moment you put. So it's much easier for me. Okay, but don't worry, I'll try my best to scroll from the top. Give me a moment. Let me put full screen. Okay, so we'll go into part two today. So this is just a recall, only this part. I'm not going to repeat everything. If you want to know more, you have to you have to watch the part one and part two video. So now let's see the timing again to revisit. So part one, 3 to 4 minutes, there'll be two phases. One is asking about your name and all that. Okay. And then how do you come to school? What do you usually do during your free time and all that? Okay. After that, they have phase two, which is also asking more about you. Okay, about your background, what you like to do during your free time, your hobby. Okay, so I think it will be very easy to answer. Don't feel panic, don't feel stressed, just answer. I think those who feels that, oh teacher, I cannot speak English, try to say. If the teacher asks, what do you do, what do you do during your free time, and you can say, I read book. Still fun. I read book. I watch TV because cartoon is my favorite. You can go very simple structure also. Okay, those who can give better structure, just proceed with that. Okay, don't have fear. I repeating. Put your confidence first. Put your fear second. Okay, whoever have fear first, I'm very sorry, you're definitely going to do some blunder. Okay, so don't have any fear. Okay, next part two will be 3 to 4 minutes. So it's mean the first two parts, it's more of individual testing. The teacher asks one student and then second student. Okay, part two also same thing. Only that one part the teacher will are throwing the question to the second person related to the first person's topic. But you don't have to give the same answer given by the A student. You can give your own interpretation, but listen carefully to what the teacher is asking. If the teacher asks about celebration to A, then the teacher may ask, what was the recent celebration you had enjoyed? So just give your own celebration. Don't have to be same. So it means so far you're very safe. You are able to answer. If you say, teacher, I still cannot, it means you are giving lame excuse. Okay? So put the confidence into it. Let's go into part three. Part three, we call it discussion task and further discussion task. Okay, so this one is a bit longer, extra 1 minute, 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, we will go detail into this part now. All right. So let's see the timing again, 4 to 5 minutes. And then it's a discussion task, the first beginning. Okay, if you carefully see part 3, there are 3 division of task. Okay, I'll show you one by one. I won't call it 3 parts or 3 sections or 3 phases. It's just there, you can see some kind of 3 division. Okay, so the first division will be discussion task using the mind map. Okay, the mind map will be given to you. Like part 1, the teacher won't give you any material. Part 2, the teacher provides you the task card with 4 questions. Okay, so now when it comes to part 3, the teacher gives the mind map to you. One mind map shared by both of you, because you're going to do discussion. Don't look at the teacher and do the discussion. Very important, because both of you are talking. Just look at your friend. Just turn a bit and just look at it. Like yesterday, I was reading the comment. Some students say, don't look straight into the eyes of your friend, so it may scare the person off. Okay, so I think it's right. Just some kind of eye contact. When you speak to people, eye contact is very important. Of course, now I'm not looking at you, but then there's the camera, the screen here. I do the eye contact. Okay, believing that you're also looking at me. Okay, next, candidates are asked to speak on a topic for about 2 minutes. Okay, so first, I say first division, about 2 minutes you got to speak. Okay, then what you are going to speak is with a central focus question and surrounding ideas to help them. So the mind map lah. Okay, all right, next, they are then given a decision question to focus on and discuss for 1 minute. This is the second division. So the first division, 2 minutes. You have to speak on the topic, both of you. How to start and all that, later I'll explain to you. Okay, then the second division, after you presented the details from the mind map, you got to decide which is the best decision or choice, anything from the mind map. Lah. If it is a choice, choice. If it is ways, then you tell which is the best way. Okay, next, candidates are given 1 further minute. It means just now was 2 minutes. Now 1 minute for you to decide which idea is the best. After that, you have to answer the final joint question. Okay, so that is the further discussion. Okay, in this part 3, there are various skills you can actually show. I'm not telling you must show all this. Depending on the question, you just perform it accordingly. It should have turn taking and responding appropriately. This is taken from the actually the guide. Okay, the speaking guide. I just say I would like to say that you have to portray all these skills. Turn taking. It's mean, for the second section, second division for the mind map presentation, it's better for you to turn take. Okay, if not, what will happen is you present all the 3. After that, second person present all the 3 points. Thank you. Do you think it is discussion? It is called discussion. Discussion means they are exchange of dialogues. That is what we call turn taking, and you respond accordingly and appropriately. Okay. Other than that, you also can negotiate. You can just say, I feel this is this. Okay, and then in my point of view, this is this. You're just putting forward your opinions, but there will be time also you can actually try negotiate. You can say, so you think this particular reason is considered secondary reason, that's why you're not choosing this. You have to negotiate. I feel this is very important, but I noticed that you're not really accepting it as an important item to bring. So, example. Okay, so it's like negotiating. Why can't we bring this? That is during the discussion, not decision making. You can also portray, but don't argue till you cannot finish everything. Okay, that's why you got to prepare early. Talk to your friend or your pair how to negotiate. So you can say, when you say one point, doesn't matter what is the point. Don't worry about the content. Just say, I will try to negotiate with your second point. Okay, so you are showing a negotiating skill, and then you can also initiate and develop topic. Example, both of you discuss, like, after I say I would like to bring some water bottles for the camping, uh, because we need water to drink. We have to, if not, we will be dehydrated. Example, and then your friend is waiting quietly, right? If they are really waiting quietly, then you initiate for real. If not, you also can pretend. What about you, Siti? What do you think? Do you think is there any other items that we can bring for our for camping? They say, yeah, I think I would prefer to bring some food because I am a person who I like to binge on junk food and all that. You can say that, but still I feel another option, match will be good because basically I'm a bit lazy and I like to sleep during in the afternoon. So you can just be natural. And then second person, after speaking his or her part, you initiate. What do you think about torchlight? Do you think torchlight will be very necessary for us during the camping trip? And then your friend answered, yes, definitely, especially at night. Okay, so this is how you initiate. Initiating skill is actually very good skill when it comes to pattern. Okay, try to pretend. If you have your friend who's having mental block, you can sense ready, oh, my friend is not talking. Initiate it. But what will happen in such kind of initiation skill? You may get good marks, but the teacher obviously can see your friend actually stuck somewhere. So that will affect the second person. Okay, but they have to do that. They have to initiate. If they don't initiate, both become silent. So someone should save, either you save each other or you save yourself. Okay, so that is the initiating skill and a developing topic. You mean you throw question, ask question to develop the topic, and then you explain and give reason. Of course, when you say I choose a torchlight because the reason comes in, all the parts have. Okay, part one, part two, part three, all the parts have giving reason and explaining. And then you can exchange information and opinion. Yes, when you're initiating, you're developing the topic, comes in the exchange of information. We can see, oh, you are telling your point, and then your friend is telling her point or his point, opinion. Or you can say, I don't like to bring food because I think I want to go on diet. So I don't want to bring a lot of junk food during the camping. Something like that. Preference. Okay, so there's no restriction. You must only say this. That's why I was looking at some, groups and all that. They are circulating some suggested topics. It's very good. You can go through the topics, but don't stand or create a standard answer and you memorize it and you speak. Because if you see carefully, all the topics are something that we are very familiar with. When I say we, I'm talking about students. Don't say teacher, easy lah for you to say because you are a teacher. But how about us? Yeah, the topic is for students level, the B1, B2 level, not for higher levels. Okay, so you're still on the safe part. Okay, safe side. Don't worry about the stress. Next, you also can express and justify opinion. Like just now, the first slide explaining and giving reason. You express and justify your opinion. Okay. Next, you can negotiating agreement. Like you will discuss like, okay, do you think it's very important that yes, I think it's very important because we have to bring torchlight. But then we are not going out during nighttime. How if there's an emergency? We need torchlight. Can you see? You negotiate to come with agreement. That's what we wanted. Okay? So this is just another skill. I'm not telling you must put all. Pick one or two, just speak about it because you only speak for how many minutes? 2 minutes. Okay? 2 minutes. Well, let me recall. I forgot already. Correct. It's about 2 minutes. Okay, the first part of part three. Yeah. Okay. Next, discussing alternatives. Okay, maybe you can say that I want to bring torchlight. Then your friend can oppose it by saying, yeah, torchlight will be good. But now the technology is much better. They have this camping light where it uses solar power alternatives, right? So you mean you're still on the topic, you're giving alternative ideas. Okay. Next, to impart and exchange information, attitude, and opinion through collaboration and negotiation with each other. It's actually talking about the earlier points too. It's mean there is a kind of collaboration. It's not like dialogue passing. When you prepare your answer, because maybe something happened during the test, you want to prepare, and then you come, you're just reading out, you're not speaking. You memorize and you are reading out your point. It obviously shows you are reading from your mind. You won't get high marks. Although you speak, you say all these pronunciation so perfectly, you still can't get high marks. That's why once when it comes to speaking, just speak. Don't read through from your memorized part, the brain part. Don't do that. Okay, be normal and then show the collaboration. You also can show expression. Then maybe your friends say, no, we should bring. Then say, oh, don't be too hard on what to bring. I think we can have other alternatives too. So something like that, you can create a very healthy, and you express your ideas, opinion, you negotiate. That will be a full set. What to do for that, teacher? Very simple. Take any question from your workbook or any from your textbook. There are also some questions. Try to practice at home before your test, please. Okay, don't just sit and wait for the test day and then on that day only that's the first time you're speaking. Okay, so whatever I'm guiding now, try to bring up the skill. Okay, so the notes for part 1, part 2, and part 3 I will put together and then send to you by today or tomorrow. Suppose I want to give the part 2, but it's separate. I don't want that. I already summarize it so that you can easily understand. No need to go through the slide, everything. Okay, I take the important things only for you. Okay, notes here, some kind of warning, I'll say. Okay, although candidates are asked to negotiate towards a decision, in the second part of part 3, part 3, candidate, there's a two, some mistake there. Discussion task rubric, what is being assessed is not completion of the task. Okay, here what you're telling, the whole mind map, it's not a must for you to complete all the points. Can you see that? So it's not a rule. Must finish, then only get mark. It's mean even use out of each of you take 3, you only use 2 points. You try to have the negotiation, initiation, discussion, reasoning, and all that. You collaborate and speak. You already fulfill the task. It's not must finish all 3. Okay, so this is what you believe. That is not the assessment is about. But the quality of the language used in the discussion and the working towards a decision. Okay, because after you discuss the map, the mind map, you have to make a decision, right? So not necessary to use all, but if you can, that is actually good. Okay, that's why you have to practice from now. So if candidate fails to reach a decision, they should not be re-prompt to do so. Okay, maybe in the last part after the discussion using the mind map, maybe you didn't actually come to a decision. So the teacher won't help you. Re-ask whatever the question is. Because remember, it's testing time, not practice time. Okay, no redo and all that. Okay, remember. So you got to really speak there and then make sure you done it correctly, perfectly. Okay, as perfect as you could. I'm not telling everyone must do perfectly. My level, this is my perfection. Another level, another perfection. But I don't want no effort. Okay, just because if you give up, no effort is put. Okay. Next, similarly, in the follow on further discussion question, which will be the third question. Remember, I said there is a further discussion task. The emphasis is on providing an opportunity for candidates to use more speculative language and justify and elaborate on their opinions. They are not required to agree. It's not, oh, this is the right one. You must agree or must disagree. don't have to do that. Just tell your reason for the uh, task given, the question given. So it's mean you have to talk out of whatever you have been talking just now. Maybe you're talking about camping. Maybe they will ask a question on what kind of outdoor activities will be very suitable for teenagers, or do teenagers prefer to join outdoor activities? Why they like? Then you give the reason for like. Okay, here what you have to do, the reason shouldn't be a normal reason, it should be global, like better lah. But if you feel like no, I cannot talk very big about, I mean, big ideas, I can only go for normal, then proceed with that. What I'm telling is the good student also can perform, the lower proficiency all students also can perform. Okay, so I don't want to see some students say I never answer at all. Quite sad to hear. Okay, let's see. This is actually a revisit. So the first part of part 3 will be given 20 seconds to prepare with a mind map, and then you discuss the information given for 2 minutes. Teacher, how am I going to know it's 2 minutes? Okay, if you see the layout of the position of the teacher and the students, the candidates, they're supposed to have a clock. But remember, if you want to focus yourself in the, I mean, at the clock, checking the time, you will not be able to speak. So don't worry, you just speak only. The teacher will stop you. That's why you don't talk a lot until your friend don't have the chance to speak. So how many exchange you can have? About 2 to 3 or 4, if you can put the ideas in according according to the sequence, the idea sequence. You see how you speak. What is the length of your structure? That's why I want you to practice and see how you can speak. Take timing. Take your stopwatch and then take time. How long you are speaking? Out of six points, 3 points you speak, and then you check how long you speak. Okay, and then this, after you talk about the mind map content, and then the second part is the teacher will say you're given 1 minute, you decide which is the best idea. So you look at it very quickly, don't sit there and fight. Okay, even that's not going to be the only decision made. It's just a test. So just show the point, this one, think about your idea on your own. Don't discuss the, what you call it, the points. Impossible, 1 minute, impossible for you to look for the reason, and then you discuss which one you want to use as your final choice, and then you give your reason, and your friend can give his or her reason. Can you give same a point or different point? Okay, if you give different point for the same choice, also can. If you give different ideas but maybe on your own structure, also can. There is no restriction here, because it's your decision, cannot be wrong. Your opinion, your decision. Next, the further discussion task. Candidates are given 1 further minute to answer the final joint question. Okay, so give your opinion related to the question. Okay, let us see the how the exam paper actually look. Okay, but you cannot see, like, this is actually taken from the sample sheet for the students. So don't worry, I'm not violating any rules. Okay, so now you see the interlocutor, the teacher is use this part lah. They will read out this. Now I would like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. The task will have two parts. In the first part, you will discuss something with each other for about 2 minutes. Then in the second part, you will have another minute to make a decision together. All right, let's begin with the discussion task. So the teacher reads the scenario first. Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. So then the teacher gives the booklet to you, both of you, one booklet. Here are some reasons why people shop online, and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. So sometime here is actually 20 minutes, 20 seconds, sorry, not minutes, 20 seconds. So here what you're supposed to do, this is the mind map given, 20 seconds is given. So you look at it, you decide who will begin, you decide. But this particular decision, you can do it outside also, save your time. Before you enter the room, you decide, okay, I'll start first for the part three. Okay? Next, you divide your points. Don't sit there and fight. No lah, this one I don't know lah. This one I don't know lah. This one I don't know lah. It happened. Okay, so don't do that. Just take each of you in balance. Okay, each of your points in balance. Next, if you have time, think about the idea for the chosen points. It's mean still got time. The teacher will stop you. Okay, we shall start now. You know, she will say the whatever instruction given. Till then, sit there and think about the point. It's mean you already decided who to begin outside the room. So that is done. You only have to decide the points during the test, during the 20 second. Very fast, you know. And then if you have 1-2 seconds still, look at your own point, very fast, recall some idea. Okay, that's all you have to do. Don't have to don't like a lot of lengthy discussion. Don't have to. Okay, actually, I don't see the purpose. You want to say what to say here, what to say here. But if you really do not know the term, then you can discuss with your friend that moment. This one, time saving. You don't have to go out. You save time. Just explain. Okay, but what language to speak? English. Preferably, discussion will be English because it's an English paper. But I come across students using their mother tongue. That gives a very bad impression. So try not to do that. Okay? And then don't ask the teacher what's the meaning of this point. Follow the trend. The teacher cannot help you. Okay? They have certain rules to follow. Okay. When you want to give your reasoning for the content, right? Use cohesive devices and linking words. Okay, here are some of my suggestions. Okay, if you see here, to start an argument or a point, some point, you can use like this. Any of it. It's actually first and foremost. Okay, there is a block here. Next, the phrases to present opinion. You want to tell your opinion. I believe that. In my opinion, to my mind, it seems to me that personally, I feel strongly that umbrella will be the best choice. Okay, I have no doubt that from my point of view or from my perspective, as far as I'm concerned. So you have plenty there. You have about 3 points to present. Just take which one is which one suitable according to your suitability. Okay, so you have to really practice from now. Which expression you feel very comfortable. You have to decide. Okay, another thing, this is not the right or wrong thing. This is what I learned during one online British Council session. I used to follow their videos and all that. Of course, we also have to improve to make sure things, I won't say like as a teacher, I'll be always perfect. Okay, there will be time where I also have to search for an answer, learn and all that. So that's the time I come across this phrase, I think. We often use I think. But according to British, they feel I think is a bit uncomfortable expression. It's okay to use, but there'll be a hidden feeling that who are you to think? Are you an expert? So they have that kind of, how to say, a kind of language ego. Right? Who are you to say, I think like that? So it's better for you to not to use I think in a very formal situation. Maybe with your friends, it's fine. You just replace it with I believe. It's just your belief and you are suggesting that. Want to follow or do not want to follow, it's the other person's choice. Okay, this is just why I'm sharing what I had learned. Okay, so it will sound better, right? Instead of I think, I believe. Okay, it gives the oomph. So that's one tips I'm sharing based on what I learned. Okay, after you already present the mind map, again the teacher will say this. Now, talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online. So here is actually, after the mind map, right? This is the instruction the teacher say. After the 20-second discussion, the teacher will say, now talk to each other about the reason why people shop online. So you'll be talking for 2 minutes. Teacher, how to check? Teacher, 2 minutes. No need to check. Your work is to speak only. Okay, exchange. You say, she say, or he say. A say, B say, A say, B say, like that. After say, after that, you can stop. Okay, after you present all. Just in case the time is over and you couldn't finish all the three, the teacher will stop you. Okay, thank you, students. Or thank you, Sheila and Siti. So you just stop it. Don't worry. Ayo, teacher, I never say thank you. It's okay. You already spoken more than what the teacher need. So it's all right. Okay. But if you wanted to stop, but the teacher's still looking at the time, and listening to you, then if you have time to say thank you, then just say thank you. But it's good to say, right? But it's okay. Some students, they have a lot to say. Just present it. If the teacher stops you, it's not a bad sign. It's a good sign that you are actually presenting. I never want to stop. All right. Next. After that, the second part of it, after you present all the content, you have to present for 1 minute, and the teacher will say this to you. Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online. Okay. Sorry, some disturbance. All right. So, okay, now let me show. My bad. Okay. So the teacher say which is the best. So you are given about how many minutes? A minute to decide together. Okay, and then you present it. And you say, in my point of view, I feel the popular reason why people shop online is because of the trend. Now everyone likes to download the app in the phone, and they want to follow the trend. If they say they go to the shop and purchase things, it sounds very traditional. So they also want to be upgraded with the trend that is happening, changing around the world. And then another friend say, yeah, I also feel the same, because even my mother, who's very orthodox, very traditional, is now depending on online shopping apps. She enjoys using it until she forget to consider about her expenditure. Okay, that's it. Just one sentence with the reason can, or you want to give at least another reason, just give, but not too long. It's 1 minute. You have to speak for 30 seconds and your friend 30 seconds. We have to be fair. If not, your friend cannot speak. Okay, so all these comes in the practice. Just practice and do it. Okay, next, what to prepare? Again, you pick one topic, and then you present it. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, so remember, 1 point, and then you justify the reason. Again, the reason can be the same in a different structure. You say your way and your friend say his or her way. Or you can have same choice, but the reason is different, but still referring to the same choice. Okay? Because the question says, which is the most popular reason people shop online? So it's very clear that you have to decide together, not different opinion. Okay, so that's all shows that your understanding towards the task. If you give different choice, it's not wrong, you still speak, right? But some kind of understanding part is affected, the understanding part for that deciding one option is a bit affected. Maybe students, this pair of students, they can't really understand the question. Okay, so please beware of all these. If the teacher say which is the most popular reason, decide together. The word decide together, it's understood already. All right, you have to decide together. Okay, now we are going to the third part, the further discussion. Okay, the HOTS question they call it. Okay, so the teacher say thank you. Can I have the booklet? They will take away the my card, the booklet. Next, you have been talking about why people shop online. Now let's hear your opinion on this. In what ways does advertising on social media influence people's buying behavior? So just now we are talking about online shopping, right? The further discussion, it still relate to shopping matter, but it's a very specific kind of question. In what way advertising on social media influence people? Okay, so I just put a suggestion here. The teacher only will repeat this question. If you say, teacher, I don't get you, the teacher will read again. That's all. But you supposed to really catch the idea. Pay attention, get the real idea of the question. This is where many students stuck. Okay, based on my experience. I feel very bad also, but as an assessor, I cannot do it. I have to be fair. Assessment is still assessment, no chance. Oh, you look fair, you look pretty, I give you extra bucks. No, nothing to do with speaking. That one is beauty pageant. Okay, so you've got to really understand, and then in 2 minutes, you got to present your idea. Okay, so both of you, not alone, both of you. You say your part, and then your friend will say his or her part. So you can say advertising in social media actually, yeah, attract many people to buy because they use colorful and attractive posters and advertisement. So that will actually influence the user, the social media user, to buy the product without further thinking of the practicality of the item. Okay, and then second friend, he or she will say, I think advertising on social media definitely changes people's buying behavior, because the videos that they create to advertise their product are very creatively presented, and that changes the people's buying attitude. For an example, they want to sell a lipstick, and they use a model who is actually beautiful wearing the red lipstick, and buyers, the buyers will automatically fall for it, and they will buy it. You're answering the question. That's it. You see, all the answers from your own experience. Nothing scientific, nothing mathematical. No need to go for a very great world science knowledge. Nothing. From your own experience. Why will you buy the product? After you, like for example, Shopee. The Shopee advertisement coming that attracts you. So mainly attraction. And you also already have the reason from the mind map, want to follow the trend. Okay, how it is actually influencing you? Because they want to save time. They don't want to waste time. Some people don't like to waste. Actually, you can take from there, but if you must take the point creatively, not same way as reason. I worry about, you may answer that, you may answer advertising on social media influence people because when they buy things they can save time. Yeah, you are there, but it's not enough. It's hot question, because they feel like advertisement easily attract them, and the colors, the advertisement patterns attract them. And another way, although it's pricey a bit online, they're willing to buy because they can save their travel time, the parking costs. You can relate it maturely. You have to relate it. This is a big mature answer, I'll say. Okay, after you're done, thank you, teacher. And then the teacher will say, thank you, Siti and Fatima. That's the end of the speaking test. So it's not really tough to do. Okay, here I have more expressions on how to give opinion, ideas, and all that. Okay, so just take from whatever I'm sharing now. Now you can save or whatever. I will give all these notes by tonight itself. Okay, I'll sit after the session and then I'll compile it together. All right. Next, we already come to the end of our session. So again, speak confidently, and then the message will be very strong to whoever listening to it. Okay, make the assessor, the interlocutor happy. All right. So let's go to our Q&A session. Wait. All right. So let's go for our question. Let me scroll. Okay, any questions? Students, have questions from your days? Maybe last night you were sleeping, suddenly the question came to your mind. All right. All good evening. Good evening. Okay, very good. Uh, all right, teacher. Divya Shri asked, teacher, is that have to use what you think? Let me show. Let everybody read. So, teacher, is that have to use what you think? Do you agree? And how about you? If we talk, must take three. I don't really get your idea. Is it like you are telling that you must say what you think? What you think is actually you are giving your opinion. If you agree, then you just give the reason for your agreement. Okay? And then you can also initiate. How about you? What do you think about this item? Should we bring for camping? You know, it's supposed to be speaking. You don't speak like Robert, good morning, today I will. No, not like that. It be natural. That's what they want you to do. Okay, you can include what you think, reason, do you agree, another agree, why you agree, reason, and then you initiate by asking, what about you? Or how about you? Okay, next, teacher, I don't get the third part. Can you repeat? Third part. Which part exactly? Because third part, Divyashri, can you give me the response so that I can explain the part three? What exactly you want to know? Huh? Okay, let us go further. Uh, is there Wait, is there any proper word to end the discussion? No, you just put the conclusion as a conclusion. Therefore, okay. So concluding. You understand now? So those are the words similar to your essay writing also. In conclusion, to sum up, can use, right? And finally, you say thank you. All right, teacher. What if I elaborate the same point? You mean like the part three mind map, you elaborate the same point. Same point in both of you. Yeah, you can actually do this. Maybe your friend say must bring umbrella for camping. And then you say, yeah, I also feel I must bring umbrella because I'm very sensitive. I can easily get flu when I wet myself in the rain, something like that. You can again agree, and then if can, put another point yours. Okay, you agree to your friend's choice and then you are giving your own reason. After that, next you give your second point. Will be better. Okay, actually you are the boss for the mark, but for the question, you can play with it. But remember, try to use what do you call it, linkers, cohesive devices, Fernanda Wachana. So Divyashri, that part is for teacher's reference. Oh, the one teacher's reference. Yeah, correct. I just want you to know. Okay, the teachers also have some rules to follow. Then don't go out, oh teacher, no, the teacher don't want to listen because the teacher don't want to repeat. I don't know, she don't want to explain. That is not the rule. Okay, so that's why I want to clear that out. Don't be angry on your teacher. Pity them, they're working the whole from morning until afternoon, evening consider. Okay, how can I help my friend if to initiate? Okay, initiate means like you ask, Siti, what do you think about bringing torchlight? Maybe you already talk about bringing mat. They got 6 points. So you can say, tell your friend, Siti, how about you? Do you think we should bring some food? That is initiating. Initiate means you cuba tolong orang untuk bercakap buat sesuatu. Orang tu tak boleh buat, kan kata, go, go, run, 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 like that. That is actually, you're pushing them. Okay, so try to do that. That is actually a very good comment. Okay, next. Wait, it's already I'm too far away already. Okay, teacher in give me a moment. Teacher in the conclusion, how if our friend cannot give a suggestion? Don't worry about your friend, what your friend is talking. But before you go in, both of you should come to the agreement that both of us try our best. No quiet, not being silent. Okay, we both must say something. So for the conclusion example, after the choices there, you choose the best choice, right? Tell the reason, Always, you see, if you feel you're better than your friend, right? Maybe your friend a bit slow, let you speak first. So you give the reason, at least your friend can hear. The friend can give the same reason, but own structure. It's not copying, considered not copying. It's like, I hear it, yes, teacher, I agree. I also want to bring torchlight because at night it will be very dark, and for emergency use, torchlight will be the best option. That's it. You can repeat the point. That's why if you feel you're weak, don't start first. Let your friend start, or you're weak in a sense, cannot speak. Some people easily go for mental block. I mean, they have mental block, not confident, panic, they become depressed. No, if the teacher not smiling. Okay, so all that. You can actually plan things up. You start first, then you be the A student instead of B student. Okay, next. Teacher, so at the end of part three, we must come with same decision with our partner. Yeah, not really the last part. Last part is the further discussion. The second part, actually, after you discuss the mind map, you must give one choice, right, and reason it out. So it is actually, the task is actually to come up with the same decision. Decide together which is the best option or reason or ways. Okay, so you got to decide together. But if you don't decide together, both of you still giving different point, still the teacher still accept the reason, but the thing is, it gives the impression you didn't really understand the question. Marks will be a bit affected. Okay, there's no such thing as minus 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 marks. No one knows. Okay, it's very subjective scoring method. Okay, next. If you don't, if I don't speak, just help them by saying, "May I continue with this?" Oh, is your friend don't speak? You have to initiate. That's why I tell you. If you continue speaking, of course, it's an added mark for you. But then we can't be selfish, right? That's why you have to find a pair who very ching, people say, like the chemistry works well. All right. So try not to learn, not to be silent. Don't disappoint your friend who's actually presenting, and then you become silent. It will be like the friend actually taking the marks and you're not. You may end up as enemies after that. All right. So please understand each other's need. It's exam, we do it for exam. All right. So next one, do we divide the six mind map idea into three? Up to you. If it is 8 points, then you divide four. Maybe you feel your friend is quite weak, then give the easy one, and then you take the difficult one. You can help any way that you want. There is no rule that, oh, you must divide equally. No, you can take two, your friend can take three out of eight. So there is no fixed rule for that. What we want is your presentation is there. The exchange of dialogues are there, and then you initiate, you give reason, you give opinion, and all that. Okay, next. Okay, teacher, what will gonna happen? Oh, I have problem when I read WhatsApp messages. If both of us still cannot agree on the same idea to make decision, why you want to fight there? Pretend to agree. Okay, you go out, you fight with your friend. I want to choose cheesecake, you go and choose butter cake. Okay, but during that time, you like it or not, just come to a conclusion, a decision. Okay, if you still not agree, we can see first you don't understand the question. Okay, first you're not negotiating. Okay, that's the time. The question is for you to decide already, and that time you're still arguing, different opinion. Cannot. Okay, come to a conclusion. This is for exam's sake. You speak. All right. Okay, teacher, for the decision part is where we must sum up. Mm, yeah, you can say like this. To conclude, I will say bringing mat will be the best choice, because we need some space to relax. We can't be playing and working and doing the activities the whole day. So mat will be a very good support for us to relax our body and rest. Example. And then your friend also telling, yes, I agree with City. I would also conclude that Met will be the best choice because we will have a very comfortable place temporarily during our uh, camp time. Okay, so something like that. Okay, you have to use the proper cohesive devices. That is an added mark. Okay, if you don't have, it becomes just, it's like not full, fully covering the language structure. We have the cohesive device, the structure, the reasoning. It's very nice to see. As a teacher who listens to it, also, they know you are using the language. There's a proper way of using the language. You know how to control the language. Okay? Next. Can the candidate discuss on point A and B, but during conclusion, they decide to choose C? Can, because they are all together like 6 points probably, and then they only have time to discuss on one point here and one point there, and then they feel like they want to choose. Example, student A talk about math, student B talk about torchlight. Maybe the decision they want to make is food. Can, but reason it out. Okay, just reason it out. Okay, next. Teacher, if my friend stuck half and I want to create one, how to create one? Initiate. Your friend having mental block, right? You tell, Siti, what do you think about bringing torchlight? Can you tell me, will torchlight be helpful for us? Something like that. Okay? Next. Teacher, it's all right if I elaborate the same reason. No problem. But you can use the same, sorry, not try to avoid the same reason. Different reason will be better. Okay, maybe for decision making you can put that as the same reason, but you will have your own structure. But when you want to present the mind map, maybe you also want to talk about torchlight. Your friend already spoken about torchlight. The reason you want to also support torchlight, it's better to have a different reason. Okay, so try lah not to have similar idea unless you feel totally cannot think about anything for reasoning. Then it's fine. It's fine. Still you are speaking and saying the content similar to A, but in your own structure. Okay, let's see. Will it always ask us to decide one best? So far, yes. Okay, you have to make one decision, one best choice. Okay. But don't worry if they have a different kind of question. I don't know. There's no change, I believe. But just be ready. I'm not going to confuse you. It will be decision making on one choice, but you don't always remember the pattern. Always listen to the question also. Okay, you've got to really understand the question. If not, the teacher say, only one best choice. So I'm going to believe that. So whatever the teacher asking, you are not paying attention. Also dangerous. Okay. So listen to the teacher also, the question. Teacher, can a person say her choice of best option, but the second disagree and say her choice after listening to the second choice? Okay, I would like to show you the slide later, very fast. Okay, you look at this. Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together. You see, decide together, which is the most popular reason, not reasons. So now you tell me, is it one choice? Definitely. Will you need to agree together? That is the question. They want you to decide together. So if you want to have something very contradict, that is not the part. So you come to an agreement, don't portray something which is not questioned. You want to show that I'm a different person. I don't want to agree. I want to disagree. That is your understanding, but the question is not asking that. Okay, so it means you failed to understand the question. Okay, next, teacher. Uh, what would happen if my partner never talk along with me? All right. This is a very difficult question. Try to motivate. Motivate from now. Okay, buy he or I mean here buy him or her ice cream, whatever. Please buy his heart. Okay, and then teach him or her, guide him or her. Please do that. Okay, you cannot do anything when your friend cannot speak at all. So you got to really explain to him. Please open your mouth. Okay, so don't others who feel like saya nak dia saja itu dah dosa sebab kawan kamu bercakap ikut rentak kamu. So kalau kamu tak bagi sebarang rentak, dia pun tak boleh cakap. Alright? So please students. Next teacher. Yeah, I like this also. Later I'll show you. Teacher for part 3, can any candidate start first? Part 3, decide earlier. Anyone can start, but decide earlier. Okay? So don't do it that time you argue. No, you first, you first, you first. I saw that also during the assessment last year. So I was like, okay, something is wrong with students. But it's quite funny, all right? Okay, this one I like Rimuru. Stay positive, man. Okay, so stay positive. So I hope, still got a question? Still got a question. I thought that's the last one. Okay, come. In bubble map, candidates will separate 3 to each other if there are 6. Okay? I'm not telling must 3 or what. Any number also can. How to interact to agree their opinion, teacher. The moment they finish presenting their opinion, you just say, I agree with you. That is that is absolutely great. I would really agree with you. So you see that kind of expression. You said, that's wonderful. I like your opinion. I think Mac will be the best choice. It's like commonly how we speak. Okay, so Josh, I hope you get the idea. Okay, can I make story? Okay, made up story. Okay, can you make up any story? Reasoning, you can make up your own reasoning, but you see, most of the time, the logical idea should be there. Okay, you cannot say something that doesn't sound logic. If it is illogical, very clear, of course, it affects the people who are listening. Why something is wrong? Very obviously, you're making a mistake. Okay, you can make up story, but make sure it kena tempat or people say. Okay. Next teacher. Okay, teacher, let's see the point that we have agreed with and the point that I got is the same. So it's all right if I elaborate the same reason when I talk individually and later during. Yeah, can, because the structure is yours. Okay, you're not speaking the same structure. Same structure means the teacher also like, okay, you are prepared. You're not speaking, you are reading from your memorized part. Okay, it's a memorized script. So okay, we actually cannot give marks for memorized script. That's why I say if you get titles, topics, just practice only. Don't prepare very lengthy notes and then sit down and read, memorize. Wrong idea. Okay. Teacher, how about if both of us stuck in the first question? How can you be stuck? Impossible. It's been lack of practice. We cannot do anything. If you stuck, we just quietly listen. 2 minutes over. Okay, thank you. Second part. They're done with the timing. Third part. Still stuck. Okay, bye-bye. That's the end of the test. Okay, so practice. If you have worries that you'll stuck, it's been lack of practice. Do the practice. Okay, next. What if we don't understand certain word? Definitely, you cannot ask for the meaning. Okay, but don't worry. The question is set according to B1, B2 level. So words will be understood by you. No worries. If you still cannot understand, it means your level is a bit not up to B1, B2. So then you have to practice from now. Okay, just take some workbook, see the question, what kind of words they use, and then definitely you will come across some familiar words. I think you won't have problem. If you have a problem in understanding certain word, that means your exposure towards questions are very less. You don't have to answer the question. You just go through the question, how they look like, what is the pattern, what they're asking. So, okay, so do that from now. We have a few more days for you to get to know the questions and all that, before you go for your test. Go talk to with the teacher. I like this. Go talk to your partner, create chemistry. Very good. Okay? Very good. Create the chemistry. To speak, All right, next. Teacher, during the decision making, can two-person express different best option? Okay, deciding is together. But I'm asking you, if you give two different options and you're giving reason, is it decided together? That's my question. So it is not doing something out of the box. You're actually out of topic. For me, personally, I feel that. Decide together, just follow the task. That is the task requirement. If you're doing something else, you don't assume it as, I'm thinking out of the box. No, you sudah keluar tajuk for me, consider. Because the question is that decide together the best option, the best choice, the best ways. Okay? So don't do that, I'll cry. Okay, next. Teacher, can we take, conclude if, I don't understand that part that way. If the interlocutor say time's up, the interlocutor will never say time's up. The interlocutor say, thank you, students, or thank you, Siti, or thank you, Ali, something like that. So if you cannot conclude, maybe you're still presenting, you cannot do the conclusion right, no problem. The teacher stop you, still save sign. Because you already spoken enough for the given time. If you stop earlier, only you have to worry. Okay, so just complete if can. That's why I'm telling you, if you are a person who talks a lot non-stop, do the practice, take time, sit there, and then observe. Okay, so don't think that, oh, if teacher stop me, it's wrong, you have become panic. No, it's a good sign. You have been talking for the you're talking for the given time, the whole given time. If you stop earlier, thank you, like that, maybe we don't know whether you stop very much earlier or maybe few seconds before the end time. We don't know. But a few seconds before end time is a good sign. Okay, that's why you have to practice. You want to say all the points, practice giving the reasoning and all that within the given time. Try to do that. Okay, meet up your friend or Google Meet them. Try to practice online. All right. Next, can we agree the point first, then we agree at last means how, teacher? No, that is not the format of the paper. The format is first present the points given. After that, the teacher will give instruction. Decide together which is the best. So you cannot change the format. Decide first, then only you present. That is not the task. Okay? It has the sequence. So it means I can see you have to see the question paper. Try to digest, understand the question paper. You can see the samples. Okay, right. Teacher, will they stop us if we explain a lot on the HOTS question or just listen? Okay, we cannot stop. Teachers, the interlocutor, and I said interlocutor cannot stop you at all. They will only say thank you when the timing is enough. You already spoken for 2 minutes and 1 minute. Then only they will say thank you. Politely, they'll stop you. But not like you're talking a lot. Okay, okay, enough time, no time ready. They won't say that. Cannot. They will say thank you, Siti. Now let's go to Ahmad. Okay, that's why again, check your timing, Divya Shri, do the practice. See whether when you answer HOTS question, are you going very lengthy? If you are going very lengthy, try to practice to give a very compressed, precise answer within the time. Okay, all comes to practice. And also questions are more of lack of planning, lack of practice. Okay, if you do the practice, you will know already, oh, okay, I give one reason, this number of minute. If I give two reasons, this number of minute. If 3 minutes, exceed the minute. So that's how you do the practice. You check on your ability. Okay, you don't need a teacher or tuition teacher or tutor or nothing. You alone can do that. Okay, can I help my friend by asking or telling them my points so that they can get an idea and add their own? Yeah, because when you want to decide in the end after presenting the 6 points maybe, you are given chance to decide which one. You can actually talk to each other. We take this, then you take this, then you speak. You understand? Okay, then let me show you the slide again. Okay, you see this one, you present first the content, both of you exchange the idea. After that, the teacher say thank you. Now you have about 1 minute to decide together. You decide first, then only you present for 1 minute. So you can actually discuss. Okay? So you are given the time to discuss. No worries. All right, it's okay to be wrong. Okay, correct. Okay, next. Some of you are very motivating, huh? If we get stuck during the discussion, does it affect the marks? Okay, you get stuck. I think the first person to know is you, not your teacher, not the assessor or interlocutor. So why would you show that you're stuck? Even you do mistake, just go on. If you can recorrect the structure, example, I played football. You want to say I played football, but you say I play football, and then you know your mistake. Oh, excuse me, teacher, I played football. Oh, I'm sorry, I played football. Something like that. You can do self correction during the speaking time. No problem. So don't, like, it's not writing. One time you write, you cannot do the correction. Speaking, it's a different kind of assessment. You cannot compare it with writing. Writing is a different thing. They have the convention of writing and all that. But here, speaking is totally a different way of seeing things. Okay? So if you're stuck or whatever, it's with lack of practice. Okay? Don't have mental block. If you're a person who easily get worried, please go and play. Okay, go and eat nice food, fruits, and all that. Get some vitamins, boost up your energy. All right. So I think so far those are the questions. If you have questions, maybe tomorrow I'll on the chatting for you in the group, because I know some of you chatting unnecessarily. Only question related to how to answer the techniques can be asked. Okay, after that I'll close it. So if you have question to ask later, please can, no problem. All right, so it's almost 9:40. It's supposed to finish at 10. I just put the estimated time, but today only part 3. I think we can cover a bit earlier. So all the best for part 3. Okay, just follow whatever you need to know and all that. One more thing, it was my mistake. Okay, because sometimes we also have things that we overlook. For your SPM, you have 4 papers. If you don't attend one paper, you won't get full mark. It's mean example. You attended writing, reading, speaking. Listening, you didn't come. Tidak hadir. So the whole result will be shown as tidak hadir on your certificate. No score, no grade, no CEFR grade band also. Okay? So make sure you attend all the papers. You won't get result for 3 papers. Okay? So yesterday I actually missed that part. I said something differently. So I'll do the correction here. I have a friend who actually reminded me. Very good. Thank you, teacher. All right. So if you have question, you can post it tomorrow onwards. Okay? We can have a Q&A there. Don't ask me what question coming out. I don't know. If you know, you tell me. All right. So all the best. Good luck. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Get some vitamin. Drink some mango juice, orange juice. Okay. Be ready for your exam. Okay. So God bless all of you. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, students. We will end here. Bye.